Well, hello folks, my name's Ian and welcome to my channel on this glorious Tuesday evening. Right, and it's about 7 p.m. Right, it's always very difficult. I'm looking at something, I'll show you in a second. It's always difficult to try and find something that can entertain, amuse, educate you people. Hope tonight I found something. That's for you to decide. Anyway, I'll have to show you. We're getting set up. We're going to show you, I think, something that's going to be interesting. It's going to give Cliff from Cliff's shed maybe some flashbacks. Flashbacks. But I keep going, what the heck is that? It's not a duck. I think it's a vulture. Look at the size of that sitting on that aerial. Make a pie out of that, couldn't you? The best bet is a wood pigeon. Right, enough of that. And more about that. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you about this. I got up this morning. Now, probably difficult to say. Okay, I'll show you the same roof again. Right. You see that roof? Just showing you that roof. Now, this is the general construction of the houses in this area. And it has a concrete overlapping tile. And you can see the darker bits. That is moss that's growing on the tiles. It's on all the tiles and my roof. Oops, ain't any difference. Right, and what happens is, well, as you saw the other day, you get ducks sitting on the ridge line, or walking across the roof, and they dislodge the moss. It rolls down, falls off. So often you can come down and find one or two little bits of moss just lying on the ground. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's just like, it's bits of moss, and it just rolls off your chimney. It just rolls off the, it dries out this warm weather, and it just rolls off. I end up sweeping them up. My daughter said to me this morning, "Flipping heck, Dad, I think they must have had a party on roof last night. Now look at this." So I want to just show you this clip. Now I know we all get a few, I don't know, sods that fall off the roof now and again. But this morning, I think it's the ducks. So what a mess that was. So that was, sweep all that up before I went to work. Right, so what's this video going to be about? Well, at work today, it's an old building, a building we've took over from. People will know the history, but one of the things we've had to do is to do a fire risk assessment and have all the fire extinguishers serviced, and a number of them failed. The guy came down, did the business, and said, right, there's I think if I remember, £68 charge to remove the old fire extinguishers. I said, I'm not paying that. He says, well, you're welcome to get rid of them yourself. I said, don't worry, I'll get rid of them in a safe and timely manner, especially seeing that they have brass on top. And my wife doesn't even know about these, and I can't hide them behind the bins. But oh, here we go. Now there's a lot more than this, but type of guy I am, not being greedy. I asked around the lads at work. I play about mainly with metal, but there's quite a few woodworkers, wood-gineers at work, and said, look, all these fire extinguishers, you know, take some. So thinned it down from 23 down to a dozen or so. Some of them are, I think, right, we've got a variety, you know. Well, that one says 27 refill 2017. Right, we've got a variety. CO2, powder, foam. Right. So let's take one and have a look at the business. Here we go. One, CO2, it's about 18 inches tall and it's non-magnetic. Right, that's magnetic, the handle's magnetic, but there's the glint of brass, and indeed it is brass. So what have we got? CO2, carbon dioxide. If it was CO, it'll be carbon monoxide. Dioxide, di for two. Right, you all know, I guess you all know, you got the triangle of fire. You need fuel, you need oxygen, and you need a source of ignition. Okay, so if you've got a fire and you flood the area of the fire with CO2, there's no oxygen, the fire goes out. The same thing, it covers it up with foam, it removes the oxygen from the source of the fire. Right, they've got things on. This one, for example, says that's a fuel can, right, and that's electricity. So this is suitable for fuel fires and electricity, and you can guess where this is going, can't you? Sorry, Cliff. You know this. You might want to look away for this one. Idea here is this one hasn't got a safety tag attached, so it possibly has been used, but it feels like it's got some in, so I'm going to give it a try just to see how effective they are from removing for putting out fires. Now then, there's probably a lot of people now saying, but you know, you can have fire that's underwater. You know, fireworks work underwater. That's a different kind of fire. It's got fuel, it's got oxygen, and it has its source of ignition. But the oxygen is supplied by itself from the chemical that's burning, feeds off the oxygen, it produces itself. I think. I ain't no chemical engineer. Yeah, but just try putting a lighted match, just try putting a lighted rag underwater, puts it out. But there are some waterproof matches, same thing, chemicals. Oh, what am I shaking my head at? Well, that lot has got to go somewhere. And yesterday, I filled the entrance to my shed with some, I'm going to call them cranes, hoists. That's that with that says a half-ton hoist. I don't know what that is. Full of chains and hooks. See, are you listening, Bert? From Brutus Metal Arts, hooks. I don't think there's any hoops. There's another hook. So, hooks and chains. Brutus. Oh, there's an hoop. There's an hoop. There's an hoop and hooks. We've done that one to death. Right. So we've got to make some space somewhere. I did a live stream on Friday with the other gents. Huey Lyons Art was hosting. Look what happened to my stool. Look, apparently you can't balance a stool on an egg. On that egg. Well, you can balance a stool on that egg, but when you sit on it, it splayed it out and broke all the legs off. So, yeah. Enough of that. Right. we'll have a quick test fire to see how it works. Right, the reason being is I was speaking to the guy, the operator, who said, yeah, we've got to take these to a place about 15 miles away and pay to get rid of them. I said, I'll take as many as you've got for free, save you money. He said, you're welcome to have them all. So I've got them, and I've possibly got a regular supply of them coming. Is it going to be worth it? That's a whole different ball game, isn't it? You know, I'm a hobbyist scrapper. If I get 10 a week, I get 10 brass bits and I get 10 aluminium cylinders and all the iron ones. I just got to have it in my head. Are they going to be worth doing? Well, it doesn't matter if they're worth doing or not. I'll still do it because that's the type of scrapper I am. But I like it when I do the plugs. It's like every time I strip a plug, it's like, whoa, that's 15 pence. I want to strip this now, weigh it, and say, whoa, that's X amount of money. That's 25p every time I get one of them. 4 of them, it's £1. Then I could go to the pie shop, Pound Bakery, get myself a pie. Less ado, more fire. So remember what I said, we need some fuel, in this case, some rag soaked in thinners. We need a source of ignition, and we need a fire extinguisher, which I'm going to remove the pin, and I believe I just press it down. So that made me jump. So we got a nice fire. Bloody hell, look at that. That's good. One half a second blast. How far away do I need to be? Okay, so that worked fine. The only problem about that is still smouldering, because we haven't finished yet, is that the paper that was on fire blew it all out. Look, this is why I did it up there. If you notice how quick it reignites. I'm going to try this in slow motion. Well, we've had a good play with that, so it's time to take it bits. Right, well, this bit should be pretty easy. We got just well, that could be hard plastic, it could be aluminium, I don't know. Anyway, big nut, we need an adjustable. Another one underneath there, which will probably need a bigger adjustable. Right, let's get you on that tripod. Okay doke, well, quick rub of the file. That says that's plastic. Nothing left in it, I hope. That's just barely finger tight. Guess that's because you need to be able to swivel it. Right. Oh, it's got an aluminium ferrule, so it could be aluminium coated with plastic. Bit of brass, metal ferrule, metal nut. Right. That's held on with a pin, so we need to get that pin out. It ain't there. Alright. More than one way to do this, isn't there? Right, we just want to get that handle off. Well, I got that off. And I reckon if I do that, I can then turn it round and do that. And that gets the handle off. Some sort of little valve there. Blow off relief valve, refill valve, I don't know. That's brass. That's interesting. We'll come back to that. Right. Into me woodgeniere's vice. And well, that was simple enough. I'm doing it very loosely in case anything blows off, it'll blow my hand with it. Ain't gripping anything. It's like taking the fuse out of a World War II bomb, in it. Right. Chunk of brass, stainless or aluminium. I'm going to say aluminium because that is clearly an aluminium bottle. So if it was stainless, we'd have dissimilar metals which could cause I think it's called a galvanic reaction, where ions exchange themselves, which is like aluminium and iron, it corrodes together, very hard to split asunder. Right, absolutely no doubt the scrapyard ain't going to take it like that, so we will cut it into segments and weigh it in. But weigh it in. Right, let's weigh it anyway. So there we go, aluminium all the way through, plastic coating. brass nut, or not brass, steel nut. I will get that. Oh, rubber O-ring. No, that won't come off. I'll take that off in a second. And boosh, job's a good one. Right, relatively easy to take to pieces. I can do it way much quicker now I've done the first one. Right, aluminium. Put that on there. Like I said, that tube was plastic covering aluminium. Put that on top. Tiny little bit there. Near enough 2.4 kilograms. Well, if we're fetching all rolled, I don't know what that might go in as. Anywhere between 1500. If I get top grade aluminium, could be 1800. So I'll go for the lower, £1,500 a tonne, £1.50 a kilogram, 2.4 kilograms. Yeah, £3.5. £4 in English money for the aluminium. The brass, 278 grams, so 333 is a third of a kilogram. So it's a bit less than a third. £4.50 a kilogram. So a third of that, £1.20, £1.25, £1.20. So a £4, £5.20. The iron not worth weighing in. So what did I say then? £4, £5.20, £5.20 for a fire extinguisher. Whoa, that's better than doing plugs and going 15p at a time. £5 at a time. I can do that. Of course, it's only the CO2 ones which are aluminium. I'll have to do the iron ones, but the iron ones have a bigger brass nozzle. So possibly they might get £2 worth of English money of brass out of an iron one. Right, I just want to show you something. And that's this. Right, okay, so you've got a valve on top. You depress that, and that obviously lets gas run up that hole and come out that hole, and we can depress that all the way out. It ain't much of a brass valve. Look at that, just that tiny little O-ring there that's preventing gas to escape. Remarkable. This is what I wanted to show you. So this valve I took out, I'm going to say a relief valve, only because when I dropped it, that fell off. A little, very thin piece of metal with a dimple in the middle. Of course, it's got a dimple in. That will make it, and that dimple could be thinner than the rest of the metal, but the dimple itself would make a weak point. So if too much pressure, it would blow through that weak point. It's got one writing on there, 200, whatever that means, 200 psi. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that bit was interesting. So Ian in his shed, finished for tonight. Yeah, done for tonight, I think. Camper van, almost done. Well, actually, it just needs a number plate putting on the front. I may put a number plate on the back, may possibly put twin exhausts in. But that's that done, and that's for a guy called The Crazy One, and he needs to get in contact with me or I'll sell it to somebody else. Okay, lights are out. I'll work my way out through this little bit of a walkway, but I've been set a challenge. This one's kind of going to beat me, I think, this one. Occasionally I do a video and it says, have you got a welder? Can you just? Well, I've been given one again, but it was basically, I've got this, it's got a broken wheel, can you mend it? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. When it turned up, it's not quite what I expected. And it's going to pose right thinking problems for me. Creative design engineering issues, because it's not welding as such. I've got to do some welding. I'll show you. He wants bigger wheels on this. So apparently, it's an old guy. He's about 80 odd years old, an octogenarian. Okay, and he's still bowling crown green balls. I think. Doubt it's indoor bowling. Well, it could be. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Bit old, bit of an old guy. Can't carry his balls, so he goes round and takes them round in this little trolley. And he's saying, the wheels are too small. They're it's too close to the ground. Can I put bigger wheels on it? Well, of course I said yes before I even saw the trolley. And that's giving me some like, how the heck am I going to put bigger wheels on that? You lot thinking about that straight away? I know there's some engineers watch this channel. Come on, give me some ideas. To get bigger wheels on, and I've got some bigger wheels, because I know where everything is. I've got some bigger wheels, so to get bigger wheels on, I've got smaller than that. I either knock that little axle out, put some box section in, bring it out, all through the box section, and put a bigger wheel on, right? Or I'm thinking, no, you want bigger wheels, I do the same thing, take that out, maybe weld the frame up, stretching across, or piece of box section in there, bolted on, maybe a plate going across, riveted on, that length, then a hole for the axle through this one, do exactly the same here. So I've got two pieces of box section sticking out about that length. Well, see, it's coming together now. Piece of box section, smaller than this, it's 40-40, so maybe 30-30. Ooh, I don't know, I could go over the top. I could have 40-40 with 30-30 on the inside. So that's going to stick out so far. Run an axle all the way through, so it comes out to there, and then I can have the wheels on either side of it being like that. That's definitely a couple of old speckled ends thinking it through kind of problem. Future video, unless I just give it him back and say I can't do that. He's in his shed. Good night, Cliff. Very sorry about the flames. I hope it didn't give you too many flashbacks. See you all soon.